We're all going to have bad things that happen, but our ability to overcome those negatives is going to go a long way in helping us be successful.
Coach Nick Saban knows what it takes to be a champion. Throughout his historic 42-year college coaching career, 16 seasons at Alabama, he's produced more NFL first-round draft picks than any other college coach. But to get his players to that level, the work doesn't just take place on the field.
All college athletes face pressure. How do you have a conversation with them in managing that pressure?
Pressure is kind of self-inflicted, and it's self-inflicted because you're focused on results. We want to focus on winning a championship. Or do you want to focus on what do I have to do each day to be able to be a champion so we'll have a chance to win a championship?
Quarterback Bryce Young won the Heisman Trophy as a sophomore. With the accolades came the expectations, and it can get intense. Fans are looking to him to deliver another championship.
I feel like a lot of times athletes can be put on this pedestal, and as athletes we can internalize that. And we can feel like we're looked at as a certain way. We should be great at everything. Everything should come easy. And that's just not the case.
Do you worry sometimes about letting people down? It's a natural thing to feel.
Yeah, I care immensely for the people I play with, for my teammates, my brothers. I have great parents who have sacrificed a bunch. This school has supported me a lot, and I want to make everyone proud.
Regardless of the game's outcome, Coach Saban enforces his 24-hour rule. 24 hours to dwell on the game just played, the good and the bad. Then they have to let it go.
You're a player for this team. When something goes bad on the field, it's not just a couple of people. I mean, they have hundreds or thousands of people in their DMs telling them pretty hateful things. What effect does that have?
You have to go back to being technical. Okay, why did this happen, and what can I do to fix it? Rather than being so focused on the criticism or what everybody else thinks, because you control your thoughts, you control your feelings.
Is it tough to get these big, tough, super successful football players to talk about touchy-feely stuff?
I don't think it's as difficult now as it used to be, because I don't think the players really look at it as I have something wrong with me. They look at it more like maybe I could use the help. And it's always good to emphasize with people, take help when help is there to be given. It's not a bad thing.
Senior defensive lineman DJ Dale asked for help after experiencing a season-ending knee injury.
I was depressed and I didn't even know it. Well, I knew it, but I didn't want to admit it to myself.
Dale went to Coach Saban.
He told me that he appreciated me and that he knew I was a tough player. And I didn't want him to think that I was, weak or turning my back against the team, but it was the complete opposite.
He's back on the field now, but studies show injuries can trigger depression and other emotional responses, like changes in appetite and lack of motivation in athletes. Dr. Brett McCabe worked with Dale. He's the university's sports psychologist. He's part of a team of more than 20 trained behavioral health professionals at Alabama.
An injury for the first time in an athlete's career is the first time that they realize they may be a mortal athlete. All of a sudden it's hard. And so while they're cheering for the team, there's still that self-loss sometimes of, oh my gosh, they're going on without me.
Our society, he says, has put a premium on perfection in athletics and in class. It can be unfair and hard for students to manage.
Our kids are coming in with more pressure, more standards to perform, and more expectations from the world around them. We don't give people grace and time to grow into things as a society.
Support, he says, needs to come from home as well.
When you have tough conversations with athletes and they talk about their parents, what are you hearing from them?
They don't want to disappoint them. Every kid that's out here knows where their parents are sitting or their family is sitting. At the end of the day, they want approval. And as parents, we need to let them know it's okay to not be okay. And sometimes all you have to do is send a text to your kid and just say, thinking of you, love you. And that goes a long way.
You know, I think a lot of times when we're watching, especially big-time college football on Saturday, you forget that these are kids. Yeah. Like, they're 18, they're 19, they're 20 years old.
You know, and some of them, although they were stars in their high schools, I'll tell you walk into that stadium, University of Alabama, and even with no one in the stands, you feel the pressure and the weight.
And you feel not just the community, these are national teams, some of them. I mean, it probably feels like the NFL to them. You know, a lot of pressure.
And they're kids.
Yeah.
Good job. Thanks.
By the way, we should mention that you can see Steph's full conversation with Coach Saban and his team on Today All Day. Just look for it on our website, or you can find it over on Peacock as well.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.